Every day 4,000 kids die because they don't have access to clean drinking water. But we're going to fix it with these. As parents, we're constantly looking for handles on ways that we can get our kids involved in a bigger story. The way Little People Matter started, it just kind of snuck up on us, but it's been a great opportunity for us to do that very thing, to get our kids involved in something bigger than them. I've got an app on my phone that allows me to count the number of days and the number of weeks that I have left before each of our kids graduates from high school. It's funny, I look at that and I watch the days just kind of move along, and the days go away and they get fewer and fewer. But as we've stumbled into a project like Little People Matter, all of a sudden the days that we have, they're starting to count. We've talked as a family about this water crisis for quite a while, but our kids have kind of engaged with it. But one night I was putting the boys to bed and I began to talk to them, and I showed them a picture, and I said, take a look at this picture. I said, how many Lego guys do you see in this photo? And they both guessed, and I said, there's 1,500 Lego guys there. And I looked at Aaron, our oldest, and I said, how many kids die every day because they don't have clean drinking water? And he instantly said 4,000. He knew the number. And it was like something clicked. He looked back at the photo and he realized there were only 1,500 Lego guys there, but 4,000 kids die every day. When he looked at that, it was like he got it for the very first time. Seeing that Lego board that day, all of a sudden it clicked with our boys and they got it. It gave them a chance to see the scope of the problem and how big it really is. Immediately that night, they began to talk about how they could engage this, what they could do, and how they could get other people involved, and the idea for Little People Matter was born. That night we had trouble getting the boys to sleep. They wanted to give it a name. They wanted to talk about who they could ask about the Legos. They wanted to talk about people around the country they knew that they could engage in the story. And the next morning, Isaac even met me at the bottom of the stairs, and he had a prayer journal in his hand. And he'd been praying that morning before I even got out of bed. And he said, Dad, I think this is something that we have to do. That day, all of a sudden, we had handles to talk to our kids about leadership, about project management, about putting other people first. It was so funny. We were in the kitchen, and I said, all right, guys, well, if we're going to do this, then you guys need to go get your Legos. And they both kind of looked at me like, what do you mean? And I said, well, hey, leaders go first. We're going to go first in this. And Aaron ran downstairs, and he grabbed a bunch of guys, and he put them on the counter, and he said, that's it, Dad, we're only keeping 2. And I said, okay, well, what about your $15? And it was funny, they both kind of looked at one another, and they went and grabbed their envelopes, their commission envelopes, and they brought them back. And Isaac realized that he was going to have to do some more chores before he could kick in his 15. And Aaron threw $22 on the counter, and he said, Dad, I want you to use all of it because Little People Matter. This stuff has just blown me away, what has happened. And we just wanted to share this story with your family. If it's Little People Matter, great, we'd love for you to partner with us. But if it's some other issue, if it's some other problem, if it's some other crisis, we're just asking you to get involved, because the benefits that we've already seen in our own family have surprised us and they've blown us away. I've got a shirt that says, when compassion meets action, lives change. Now, I've worn that shirt around and I've thought about it, and other people have asked me about it. But Little People Matter, as it's unfolded, it has shocked me how the truth of that has unfolded. That our boys have had a compassion for this problem, but all of a sudden they've been able to take action, and lives are changing. Our family is changing, and the people of Sierra Leone, their lives are changing. So all I would ask is that you take a few minutes to share the video. If you've got a few of these guys, to send your Legos, to make a donation, and to get involved. Because at the end of the day, Little People Matter.